World War II, the most documented war in history, continues to be a subject of fascination, not only because of the great battles that defined the course of the 20th century but also because of the unresolved mysteries surrounding it. Throughout those 6 years of war, strange and enigmatic events occurred, many of which still have no explanation today. In this article, we will explore 13 of those mysteries and unexplained facts that continue to challenge our understanding. If you are a history enthusiast, subscribe now so you don't miss the most fascinating news from the world. 1. The ghost plane of Pearl Harbor. On December 7, 1942, 1 year after the famous Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor, an American radar detected an aircraft approaching the same location. Fearing another Japanese attack, several planes were sent to intercept it. However, as they approached the aircraft, the American pilots were surprised to see that it was an old American model and appeared to be badly damaged, with its pilot apparently dead in the cockpit. The ghost plane lost altitude and crashed in a nearby field, but surprisingly, the wreckage was never found. This strange incident remains a mystery. 2. The Nazi secret polar base. During the invasion of the Soviet Union, it is rumored that Nazi Germany built a secret base in Alexandra Land, a frozen region in northern Europe. Despite the urgent needs of the war, Germany continued sending supplies by plane to this location, leading many to believe it was not just a weather station. Additionally, some theories claim that the Nazis built a base in Antarctica, where high-ranking generals, and in some versions, even Hitler himself, took refuge after the defeat. 3. The Battle of Los Angeles. In the early hours of February 24 and 25, 1942, air raid alarms in Los Angeles announced an enemy attack, causing machine guns and cannons to fire into the sky. However, there was no attack. The inexplicable defense resulted in the death of 5 civilians and generated numerous hypotheses. At the time, many suggested that the attack was the work of a UFO. Decades later, the U.S. Air Force suggested that the shots were caused by weather balloons, but the mystery persists. 4. The Nazi submarine U-530. On July 10, 1945, more than 2 months after Nazi Germany's surrender, the German submarine U-530 surrendered on the Argentine coast. This delay sparked much speculation, with some believing that the submarine was used by Adolf Hitler to escape from Europe and relocate to a safe place, possibly in Antarctica or Argentina. The reason for its late surrender remains a mystery. 5. Rommel's treasure. It is rumored that, at the end of the war, Nazi General Erwin Rommel hid his most valuable treasures, which included jewels, gold bars, and works of art, in 6 empty ammunition boxes. These boxes were buried in the desert and many believe they are hidden somewhere, waiting to be discovered. However, their exact location remains unknown. 6. The disappearance of Heinrich Himmler. Heinrich Himmler, one of the main architects of the Holocaust and head of the Gestapo, disappeared at the end of the war. After Hitler's suicide and with the Allied troops advancing, Himmler apparently vanished. While many believe he committed suicide or was killed, others claim that he managed to escape to South America, where he lived out his days without being punished for his crimes. 7. Flight 19 and the Bermuda Triangle. On December 5, 1945, 5 American bombers known as the Avengers disappeared while flying over the Bermuda Triangle. A rescue plane with 13 crew members was sent to find them, but it also disappeared. Despite the investigations carried out, the fate of the 27 crew members remains a mystery. 8. The Nazi Gold Train. At the end of World War II, German generals allegedly filled a train with gold, jewels, and weapon prototypes to prevent them from falling into Allied hands. The train was transported to the city of Wałbrzych, in Poland, where it is believed to be hidden. Although numerous searches have been conducted, the train has never been found, and some historians claim it never existed. 9. Göring's cyanide capsule. After the surrender of Nazi Germany, Hermann Göring, one of the regime's top leaders, was sentenced to death. However, one day before his execution, Göring committed suicide by ingesting cyanide. There are 2 theories about how he obtained the poison. One suggests that a U.S. lieutenant gave it to him in exchange for a bribe, while the other claims it was smuggled in unknowingly. 10. The Ratlins. Nazi escape routes. One of the greatest mysteries of World War II is how so many Nazi war criminals managed to escape Europe. Many moved through the Ratlins, a network of clandestine routes organized by various factions, including high spheres of the Catholic Church and governments of countries that helped the Nazis flee. The details of these routes remain unknown. 11. British soldiers in Auschwitz. In 2009, a document was discovered in Auschwitz containing a list of 17 British soldiers who were apparently in the concentration camp during World War II. What's strange is that no one knows exactly what these soldiers were doing there. Were they prisoners or Nazi collaborators? This fact remains a mystery. 12. The Foo Fighters. During the war, Allied pilots reported strange colored lights flying near their planes. These phenomena, known as Foo Fighters, were initially thought to be enemy weapons, but never caused harm. Some pilots believed they were UFOs, while other U.S. Air Force generals suggested the lights were hallucinations caused by war stress. Despite numerous investigations, the origin of the Foo Fighters remains a mystery. 13. The crew of dirigible L-8. The U.S. Navy's dirigible L-8 took off on August 16, 1942, with a crew of 2 men for a patrol mission. Hours later, communications were cut off and the dirigible disappeared. However, it returned to the San Francisco Bay Area and crashed on a central avenue. Upon arrival, it was discovered that the crew was not on board. The whereabouts of the 2 men remain a mystery. World War II is full of unsolved mysteries that continue to fascinate historians and the general public. These strange and enigmatic events are a crucial part of the conflict's history, reminding us that no matter how well documented a historical period may be, there are always elements that remain beyond our understanding. What other mysteries of World War II would you like to explore? Thank you for joining us on this journey. Don't forget to subscribe and comment on what topic you would like us to explore in future videos.